What's up, everybody? This is kind of a really awkward angle. I don't have a tripod mount or anything for my phone, but here I have my Hellcat Pro. Everything's clear, been safety checked. And today we're going to be putting the Holosun 507K on the Hellcat. To do so, the Hellcat, for those who know, after you take this plate off, you do need an adapter plate, whether it's DPP or C&H. I got the DPP titanium. But after you take this mounting plate off, there's 4 nubs, and Holosun's red and green dots only account for the 2 in the front, not the 2 in the rear. So if you don't have this plate and want to run a Holosun optic on the Hellcat or Hellcat Pro, then you need to shave these nubs off, which I did not want to do. But we'll go ahead and I'll try to keep this video as short as I can, but I do want to give a pretty good video on this. I've put a Holosun on an AR, put a Holosun on a M&P, put a Holosun on a, what else? Taurus. So I'm very familiar with their products. I actually know I won't need these screws because the mounting plate should have some long ones for me. But here's the green dot, super tiny. This thing's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. And it does have a green tint to it, but the dot itself is not on. So that's interesting. Actually, let me see if they may have already installed the battery. I believe they have. Let's hit the power. Oh yeah, super high brightness. Super high brightness. Try to get this to focus on the dot for you. There you are. And I went with the 507K because you can have either just the dot or the circle and the dot. Let's see. And I went with green because my eyes pick up green better than red. Well, that's an awful way, but other than the dot, there's a 32 MO ring around it. It kind of looks washed out because that's an awkward angle. Everybody that knows or has tried to record a green or red dot knows how much of a pain it could be. I'm just going to run the dot. I'm very familiar with this product, and I really don't want to use the 32 MOA dot. All right, let's get this plate off of here. And what's nice is you can actually use the Holosun key on most of these optic plates. It comes with a flathead for Holosun's adjustments and their little screws. They're just a little 6-point screws. Well, that one's not coming out. Let me loosen the other one. To make this a little bit easier, you can take your slide off, but I really don't need to. Bear with me on the cringe. All right, so you can use the Holosun key, which is super nice. Came with Holosun's green dot or red dot. As you can see, what I'm talking about is the Hellcat guns have these 4 corner nubs, and Holosun will not fit because they only accounted for, let me get the lighting a little better, they only accounted for the top 2. So your Holosun is not going to sit in here because they didn't account for the back 2. So that's why we need this adapter plate. And I'm making this video because I see a lot of people talk about these plates and they talk about Holosun and stuff, but they don't actually they don't actually show a full in-depth video. So I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible, but also providing everything. Well, that's nice. They provided the Allen key as well. So here is the plate. Check it out. Try to give you an up close on it. I went with the titanium DPP. They do have an aluminum one. Let me try to get it to focus. It's probably not going to focus all that well. It's not going to focus well. But anyways, it's the model number for the Hellcat Pro is G as in golf, L as in Lima, H as in Henry, 07, K as in kilo. And you can get these on Amazon. If you just look up Glock 43 or Hellcat Pro Holosun adapter plate, they will come up on Amazon. But what this plate does is after you set it, this plate goes into the 4 grooves on the firearm. And after you set this in there, it still has these 2 nubs up high. The lighting is a little weird. Still has these 2 nubs for the Holosun itself, where it's missing the back 2. But enough talking of that. Let's go ahead and get the plate on. There we go. I guess we sandwiched the plate and the green dot. There we are. There's your green dot in between the plate. Well, I guess I should have taken my screws out and get those prepped. Now, you won't have to use, Holosun does provide short and long screws. Here's the long ones, and here's the short ones. I think they're 8 and 10 mil. I could be wrong, but usually if you're just mounting this to like a SIG or something, you can use those screws, but DPP actually sends you the perfect size screw because of that 16th inch plate. There will be a difference. So these are already Loctited as well. If you want to run more Loctite, you can, but you definitely don't have to. I just wanted to show you all that. That's something nice about Holosun and DPP. They both send these screws. They both send these screws with thread locker on it. All right. And you do want to be careful tightening, of course, because these don't need much. They're like 16 inch-pounds or 18 inch-pounds, something really light. And you don't want to cross-thread anything either. Oh, let me actually use the metal key for this. You really, really don't want to crank down on these things. Just seeing what my sight picture looks like. Sorry, I'm not really giving y'all the best of video. You just want to make sure, you know, you go 1 and 1. That one's getting snug. Remember, these are in inch-pounds, so you do not need to crank on this. That's probably one of the most important things I can advise. My old red dot I tried to crank down on. It was not a smart choice. You just want to make them snug. That one's snug, that one's snug. Kind of going back and forth with the two. You don't want to bend the key trying to get these things in. All right. I'm very comfortable with that. Well, it looks like there's ever so slightly some play. It could be the plate itself. So I'm going to go ahead and give these just a little bit more. All right. Very comfortable and happy with that. Another thing you can do, precaution, is take you some whiteout or some like a paint marker or whatever it is, and draw you a line from the, let me just go ahead and grab this pen as an example. Draw you a line with whiteout or whatever on the screw and on the optic itself. If you draw a line, then you can tell if this screw is slowly backing out. I don't have any whiteout, but I actually do have this paint marker, which is red. Let's see how well this does. Well, if it wants to work. Maybe dried up. But you get the point. I'll get me a separate marker or find my whiteout wherever it is. But definitely keep an eye on your screws. Make sure they're not backing out. If so, then at that point I would definitely get some more thread lock and go back over your screws. Clean out your grooves and whatnot. But it's smart to put this factory, if you have your Hellcat box, put this back in your box. I'll probably just keep it with my Holosun box because this site will be dedicated for this gun. So if I ever need this plate, it's in the box. I know where it's at. DPP, they have their own little tray box. So I'm going to put DPP's tools and DPP's extra screws in here, and then put that in Holosun's box. So keeping everything together that's with the gun, it's dedicated for, that's what I try to do. Let me put these warranty cards and whatnot back through here. Actually, I'll go back over the manual. Hopefully it's similar to my 507C, but this is the 507K for compact or more compact firearms. And then back into Holosun's box. So everything is together. That's a quick video, or 12 minutes isn't really that quick, but that is a quick video on installing this. Now it's going to be time for the adjustments and getting it zeroed in. Again, this is a 2 MOA dot. It does have a 32 MOA ring, but I'm very familiar with the Holosun products now, so I don't feel like I'll be needing that ring. Next video, I'm going to be putting these handle it grips on this Hellcat. These are also from Amazon. DPP plate was from Amazon. Amazon had the best deal on the 507 and the 407s. So everything today came in one box, which is super nice. And prime shipping, can't beat it. Thank y'all. Hope this helped.